Pardon me. And I may not always upload these the following day, but I have, just to let you know, I've kind of tried to get into a schedule where I upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that kind of spreads it out, and then it gives you an opportunity to catch up if you haven't been able to. I know I'm really busy too, and I have so many people that I sub to that I oftentimes miss some, so I go back and I make sure. But anyway, tonight we're going to make some Dijon chicken. It's super easy, and it's pretty quick. You can get this on the table in about a half an hour, 45 minutes. And you just make some pasta on the side and steam a vegetable, and you're good to go. So let's see what goes in this. I have one package of chicken breasts, and it's about a 2-pound package, and these were very large pieces of meat. So what I like to do, and you've seen me do this before, is I put it flat on the cutting board and I slice it in half long ways through the hemisphere of the chicken. So that makes it thinner, and I don't have to pound it. So I like to do that. So then also I have some seasoned flour. There's about a cup of flour here, and I just shook in some garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, salt, and cracked black pepper medley. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pan fry these chicken breasts, and we're gonna set them aside, and then we're gonna make our Dijon chicken sauce. We're going to saute a chopped onion and some garlic. There's about 2 cloves of garlic, finely minced. We're gonna put in some grainy mustard and some Dijon mustard. I'd say about 2 tablespoons of each. We're gonna put in some chicken stock and some heavy cream. If you don't have heavy cream, don't worry, you can just use milk. If you need to thicken up the sauce a little, you can just shake in a little Wonder flour and it'll thicken up nicely. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I have over in my frying pan here, I have about a tablespoon of oil and about 2 tablespoons of butter that I've melted together. And when you do that, you know, butter has the butter will burn if you don't mix it with oil, and sometimes the oil will burn if you put it too high. So this kind of makes a happy medium, and everybody's happy. I'm going to turn that to medium high, and then I'm going to have Rick.
They have a question.
What do they have a question? What's the question?
What's this?
Oh, duh. This is a teaspoon of tarragon and a teaspoon of dried parsley. You can use whatever spice you like. I was looking for my dill weed. I could not find it. My dill is done in my garden. So we're going to do this without the dill weed. You're just going to dredge these in the flour. Make sure you get them well coated. This is just going to help 2 things. It's going to help the chicken to have a nice sear and a nice outer crust. And so it's not going to steam in the oil when you put it in the pan. Plus, it's going to help to thicken the sauce just a bit. So, when I said if you don't have cream, don't worry, and it's true, you can just use milk. It's not going to be a problem at all. But your sauce probably isn't going to be as thick. And this is a sad little piece of chicken, but we're going to cook it anyway because we don't like to waste things. It'll be cook's treat, right?
Or Sissy.
Or Sissy. Is Sissy cooking?
Hi, Sissy.
I don't think Sissy's cooking. Sissy's lounging. All right,
So it's
I'm going to
soaking.
rinse my hands off here. And then we're going to go over and we're going to put... Huh? Get some soap. Okay. Get these out of the way. Okay. I'm just going to lay these in. You're probably not going to be able to fit all of your pieces in here. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe you will. I know I always say don't crowd the pan. Whoops. And don't do that. Alright, I'm going to let these sit and saute a bit. And then I'm going to come back and show you what they look like when they're ready to come out. And then we're going to construct our sauce. So I'll be back soon. Okay, we've sauteed our chicken breasts. And they're ready to be set aside. They are going to cook a little bit in the sauce, so don't worry. Don't cut into them. They're cooked. And if they're what? Oh, you like my trick? I always do this when this is the lid to my pan, and then I just set it inside of a bowl. That way if I have any juices that I want to put back in the pan when I'm making the sauce, it's already in the pot lid, so, you know, no worries. Alright, so I'm going to grab, Rick's going to move over here. Let's start constructing our sauce. We're going to put our onion in here. And this will also help bring all the brown bits or the fond up off of the bottom of the pan. That's what fancy French cooks call it, fond, F-O-N-D. It's just the brown bits, and brown equals flavor, so you don't want to get rid of those. You already have enough butter and oil in the bottom of this pan to saute off all your vegetables. I'm going to go ahead and put my garlic in. Remember, I always say you put your garlic in after you put your onion, if you have both, because you don't want to burn your garlic, because garlic has a nasty, bitter taste. I'm also going to put my dry herbs in there. If you have fresh, excellent, use them. Putting them in the hot oil with the vegetable will help their natural essential oils come out and flavor the dish even more intensely. So I like to put them in at this point, and they will flavor the dish really well. And this is mild. Like I said before, I like to put dill in this dish, but I couldn't find my dill. And that's the way it is.
They can cake in this up too if they wanted to.
Oh, you all could put whatever you want in here. And Dijon chicken is typically a very mild dish, but it has a nice tanginess from the mustard, and it has a little bit of a bite. And it does have a bit of heat. You know, mustard does have a bit of heat to it. Okay, we're going to put about 2 cups of chicken stock in here. And that would be about a half of this box. Next thing I'm going to do is move to a whisk. I'm going to go ahead and put my egg noodles in here. I'm going to do about a half a bag of these. I only like to do enough egg noodles that I'm going to have with my dinner, because I don't really like them left over. I mean, we eat them left over, but it's nice if you don't have them left over. Alrighty, let's see here. Some grainy mustard. I got 2 nice scoops. And I like the grainy mustard along with the Dijon because we've got a little bit of texture, and we've got 2 different kinds of mustard seed going on there. And here we've got the Dijon mustard. So yes, we have a lot of mustard. And I know that someone's going to ask me, is yellow mustard okay? No, it just isn't. You're not going to get the same flavor if you use yellow mustard. The only way I would say if you didn't have Dijon would be to use ground mustard and white wine. That's really, or ground mustard and some wine vinegar. I would do that and make it the best you could, but you're not going to get the same creaminess that you get from the Dijon mustard. Bring that up to a bit of a simmer, and then I'm going to add about a half a cup of cream, and I'm going to let that simmer, and I'm going to let it reduce just a little bit until it thickens. Like I said, if it doesn't thicken to your liking, what you need to do is add a little Wonder flour in here and thicken it up. But with cream, if you are using cream, don't add the Wonder until later if it's not as thick as you like, because the cream is going to tighten up this sauce, for sure. And we are going to let this simmer until we get a nappe. And a nappe is nothing more than on the back of the spoon, and you put your finger through it, and it's going to stay that way. But this isn't thick enough yet. So I'll show you what that means when it's time to come back, and then after that we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the chicken. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. We're going to put the chicken in the sauce right now. And we're going to let this tighten up with the chicken in here. That way, the chicken's going to flavor the sauce, and the sauce is going to flavor the chicken, and everybody's going to have a nice, happy Dijon cream bath. And you see what I mean about the pan juices? All you have to do is put them right in there. Do not put the lid on this when you're simmering it, otherwise your reduction will happen. So, I'm going to let this reduce for just about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what this looks like. And it'll probably be time to fix your plate, because I know you're hungry. Stick around. Okay, it's been about 10-15 minutes, and I let this reduce just a little, and you can tell that the sauce has come together. It's thickened a bit, and it has reached its nappe, is what, classic French cookery would call it. When it coats the back with a spoon, and you can do this, and that means your sauce is done. And this isn't a gravy, it's a sauce. A sauce is different from a gravy. A gravy is thick, thick, thick. A sauce is not as thick, but it's very rich and delicious. And this sauce is fabulous. So, let's fix you a plate. Get some egg noodles. You want sauce on your noodles?
Please.
And this sauce is fantastic. You put a little on your chicken. I'll come over here and give you some broccoli. And I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty plate. Get you a fork, and you're ready for supper. There you have it, Dijon chicken. Quick as can be. Really, it didn't take us more than a half an hour to make this, so there's no excuse. All you need is a couple ingredients that you might not have on hand, or maybe you do have those on hand, and you're good to go. So, Dijon chicken with egg noodles and broccoli. I hope you try it, and I hope you enjoy it.